design and analysis of pile caps. So this discussion will discuss the principles on designing and analyzing of a pile caps. So pile caps is the footing structure that supports or say consolidate the piles, particularly the reinforced concrete piles in our foundation. So nagkakaroon tayo ng pile caps if the soil condition on the specified area is not suitable for a common isolated footing rectangular. Okay, so that's why we implore or employed a piles. So to support those piles, we incorporate also a pile caps. So the pile caps is this picture posted on this slide. So the pile cap is this rectangular, say rectangular shape. Okay, that those on hatch. Those hatch na ito, yung mga naka-darken color, ito yung mga piles or mga pilote natin. Ngayon, so para ma-supportahan yung mga piles natin, is naglalagay tayo ng pile caps. So kung mapapansin ninyo, yung pile caps na to, or yung mga piles is naka-embed siya dito sa atin sa may pile cap. So hindi lang siya basta pinapatong sa top surface ng pilote, kundi dapat nakapasok ng certain distance yung mga piles natin sa ating pile cap. So for further discussion for the basic principles of the pile caps, so for the design of pile cap, under eccentric load or concentric load is based on the following assumptions. The cap is very or perfectly rigid, so kailangan medyo stiff or medyo rigid yung pagkaka-construct ng ating pile cap. Pile heads Pile heads are hinged to the pile cap, therefore no bending moment is transmitted from pile cap to the piles. So kailangan naka-hinge yung theoretical support ng ating mga pilote para hindi ma-transfer yung bending moment mapunta sa pile caps and to the piles itself. Piles are considered as elastic column, therefore deformations and stress distributions are planar. So tinitreat yung mga piles natin, yung mga concrete piles natin as eccentric or elastic column or para mga concrete columns natin, yung mga poste. Okay? Pile caps, like spread footings, may be pedestal, step, or sloping tops. So yung daw pile caps natin is pwede din daw siya sa spread footing na parang kamukha nito. Pwede din naman na step. Okay, halimbawa meron tayong another step dito, pwede din naman daw siya as slope. Yung cross section kamukha din sa atin sa isolated footing. Okay. Pwede din daw siya as step. Assuming ganito yung cross-sectional area niya. So, pwede din daw siya as step na foundation type. Okay. So, pwede siyang spread, pedestal type, pwedeng step type, or sloping tops. Next principle or consideration or assumptions, pile caps should be larger enough to have a minimum edge distance of 150 millimeter of concrete beyond the outside face of the exterior piles or exterior piles. So, kailangan daw yung pile caps natin is large enough to accommodate the edge distance of concrete beyond the outside face of the exterior pile. So, kailangan daw meron tayong minimum of 150 yung naka-embed dito sa column natin or sa piles natin papunta sa pile caps. So, minimum of 150. Minimum of 150. Next, piles are embedded at least 150 millimeter the cap. As I've said kanina na minimum of 150 yung driven or yung embedment ng or naka-embed yung mga piles natin into the pile caps. Reinforcement bars are placed at the center distance of 75 millimeter above the pile head. So yung naman daw mga reinforcement natin for the pile cap is meron siyang concrete cover na minimum of 75 millimeters from the top exterior face of the piles up to the outer surface of the reinforcement. So parang ito na yung pinaka um, concrete cover natin. So 75 millimeters. So parang naka-elevate mo siya ng 75 millimeter from the top face of the pile. So recap, from the bottom face of the pile cap, magsukat tayo ng 150 minimum. Yun daw dapat yung minimum embedment ng piles natin. And magsusukat tayo sa top of the piles ng 75 millimeter as minimum. Dun natin nilalagay yung mga reinforcement natin for pile caps. So anyway, on the succeeding presentation, meron tayong common placement of reinforcement sa piles and pile caps. Next, depth of the footing above the reinforcement should not be less than 300 millimeter of footing on pile. So, kailangan daw sa top of the reinforcement, meron daw dapat siyang clearance from the top face of the pile cap ng at least 300 millimeter. Okay, so 150, 75, and 300. Those are the common numbers concerned in the design and assumptions for pile caps and piles. Under concentric load, all piles in the same group are assumed to carry equal axial loads. So, assumption or assuming that under a concentric load, kapag meron tayong load dito, kapag daw meron tayong load dito, say P, yung assumption natin are equal lahat in all direction kung concentric yung ating application of the loads. Okay, so if this is P, so if the number of piles itself, di-divide siya, say individually R sila or in reaction of the piles or the individual pile. Okay, parang i-summation forces along y is equals to 0. So in the load P, di-divide yan to the number of piles along the entire direction. And last assumption is that the soil under the pile cap is not assumed to offer any support. So assuming the soil itself from the piles has not supporting at all. Kaya tayo nag-employ or naglalagay ng mga piles to counteract the kakulangan ng suporta or yung kakulangan ng strength ng soil to support our foundation or to support our structure. Okay, kasi kapag naglagay tayo ng mga piles, it's assumed as parang kino-contract niya yung mga soil dito. So, nagkakaroon ng theoretical hardening. Let's say, for example, is nako-compress siya. Okay? Yun yung epekto ng mga piles. So, ganun din. So, on this part na to, parang merong hardening or yung nagiging in contact due to friction yung mga piles natin and to the support to the soil itself. Okay. Next, assuming the pile cap to be rigid, as I've mentioned kanina na yung assumption natin, kailangan daw yung mga piles natin at saka pile caps natin are assumed to be rigid. Okay, so therefore, the individual reaction, so yung sinasabi natin na R kanina, kung concentrated load siya, i-distribute siya lang siya to the number of piles itself. Okay, but for the sake of the discussion, lagyan natin ito ng moment along X and along Y. Okay, again, that is for the sake of the discussion. So, meron tayong general formula for biaxial bending. So, P plus or minus mx y, or summation of pu over n plus or minus mux yi over summation of y distance squared plus or minus mu y xi over the summation of x squared, whereas Pu is the total vertical load acting on the pile group, n is the number of piles in a group, mux is the factored moment with respect to the x-axis, muy is the factored moment with respect to the y-axis, and xi is the distance from the y-axis, and yi is the distance from the x-axis. So don't be confused on these parameters. Xi is distance from the y-axis and yi is the distance from the y-axis. So ito naman yung mga typical file layouts ng mga files natin sa file cap. So kapag 2 files yung ginamit natin, kailangan meron siyang a minimum distance of 1.5d, tapos yung distance niya 3d from the center to center of the files, and yung minimum distance then from this centroid to this face is 1.5d. Okay, 1.5d din ito. Ngayon naman kapag 3 files yung in-employ natin, by the way, this data square here is the column itself. Okay, so yung hatch color is yung mga files natin. If we employ 3 files, ito daw yung minimum typical layouts nila. 1.5D, 3D, 1.5D, and etc. Kapag 4 files naman, 1.5D, 3D, and etc. So in short, these drawings or illustrations are the common file layout. So as you observe na as much as possible, naging equal at least both sides yung mga number of files natin para ma-avoid natin yung unanticipated eccentricity or yung undistributed na division of the reactions from the PU. Okay, so as much as possible, kailangan center yung kanilang mga spacing and their number of pieces. So kahit odd yan, makikita nyo, no, similar pa din sila. So hindi siya 3 dito, tas dalawa lang. Okay, so kailangan equal at least yung kanilang distances and layout. Okay, so for the 6 files, from the 7 files, 8 files, and etc. So these typical file layouts are coined to the paper of Reynolds and Steadman in the year 1988. So yung D natin na binabanggit kanina is equated on this equation. So if the dP is less than 550 millimeters, so D natin is 2 dP plus 100. If the dP is less than or equal to 550, so yung D natin is the 8 dP minus 600 divided by 3. So yung dP natin na to is means that this term as the diameter of the piles. Okay, dP is the diameter of piles and D is the distance na kino-consider natin for the positions and layouts of the files. So, yun. dp is the file diameter. Okay? Again, that is from the paper of Reynolds and Steedman in the year 1988. Next, for critical section for computing moment, so as I've said kanina, the reaction or the ultimate load per file is the individual or di-divide natin yung PU to the number of files. So kung PU ito, di-divide natin ito ng 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So for the sake of the discussion and the picture attached, so kung 15 yung files natin dito, i-divide natin ng 15 yung concentrated load natin sa may column. So moment N1 Rx1 plus N2 Rx2, whereas R is the ultimate load per file, N is the number of files, M ultimate moment and the exterior face of the column, N is the number of files in first row, and N2 is the number of files in the second row. So mamaya meron tayong example kung paano compute yung critical moments sa mga file caps and files natin. So, kamukha ng other type of foundation, so kailangan natin i-check yung ating footing or foundation sa moment and shear. So, nabanggit na natin kanina yung moment, ngayon naman is shear. So, sa shear, meron din ulit tayo na one-way shear at saka one-way shear or wide beam shear or two-way shear or punching shear. So VU is NUR, kung ilan yung mga R or yung mga individual load or individual files natin, kung ilan sila, i-add lang natin yun. Yun yung sinasabi natin na VU. Whereas VU should be less than or equal to the VVC, whereas V is 0.75 for shear. Yung VC natin is 1/6 lambda squared of F prime C BWD. And for allowable shearing stress, VA is 1/6 lambda squared of F prime C. And for the actual shearing stress, VW is VU over phi BWD. Whereas F prime C, alam naman natin yan, that is the specified compressive strength of the concrete. BW is the width of the footing at the distance D from the face of the column. And lambda is 1.0 for normal weight of concrete or normal weight concrete. Okay, so parang recap lang din siya ng one-way shear. So for the two-way shear or yung punching shear, so VU is i-minus natin yung PU minus R. Whereas yung PU is the concentrated load at yung sinasabi natin na R is yung sa may bandang ginda. Kumbaga ipupush natin itong section na to and then ma-minus natin yung PU or yung ultimate load sa individual reaction ng footing na kung saan nakatapat yung poste natin. Again, VU should be less than or equal to VBC, where V is equal to 0.75 for shear. So for the VC is 1/3 lambda squared of F prime C BOD. Yung BO is the perimeter resulted from the offsetting of the half distance of D from the face of the column. Okay? So allowable shearing stress, VA is 1/3 lambda squared of F prime C, and for the actual shearing stress is VU phi BOD. Again, BO is the perimeter of the section offset a half D distance from the face of the column. So kapag pinroject natin yan, yung naging resulting perimeter nila, yun yung sinatawag natin na BO. Or commonly, that is the section of the column plus the D distance. And for the arrangement of reinforcement, ito yung mga common detailing ng mga reinforcement sa ating pile caps and piles. The detailing of reinforcements in pile caps depend on their shape. In general, there are 6 types of bars placed as pile reinforcement. So meron tayong longitudinal bars from the column, meron tayo yung dowel bars extended from the column, the top bars if required by the calculation, bottom bars along the shorter direction, bottom bars according along the longer direction. So ito yung sinasabi natin kanina, naka-embed ng 150 mm yung piles natin sa pile cap and minimum 75 mm from the top of the piles up to the um, bottom face of the reinforcement under the long direction, and from that face also kailangan meron siyang 300 mm distance or thickness from this reinforcement or from this distance up to this top distance. Yung reinforcement naman ng piles is extended up to the pile caps. So sa may bandang taas. And then if solutions requires it, so magkakaroon tayo ng mga binders or pagdudugtong sa mga top and bottom reinforcement natin along sa may top direction and other reinforcements including the reinforcement of the piles itself. So ito yung common arrangement of reinforcement for piles and pile caps. So for type 1, there are steel main bars placed on the bottom direction at 90 degrees and extending to the top of the pile, bend up to their ends, increase anchorage. So type 1 steel main bars, so para magkaroon ng adequate anchorage or para hindi maghiwalay yung piles at saka pile caps. Binibend yan ng 90 degrees. Type 2 main bars are placed at the bottom of the YY direction, bent up to their ends. So ito naman, nakabend din yan ng 90 degrees. Type 3 consisting of 2 or 3 layers of 16 mm horizontal bars as binder. So at least daw 2 or more or 2 or 3 na 16 mm for the binder na mga reinforcement natin. Type 4, the column starter bars or dowels. Type 5, reinforcement from the piles which are extended to the pile cap for its full development length in the compression. Type 6, top bar provided as compression still required by calculation. So top bars is the type 6, type 5 is the reinforcement of piles. Reinforcement of piles, ito yung type 5. Type 6 sa may top bar. Type 4, column starter bars or dowels. So ito, yung dowels natin. Type 3, horizontal, 2 or 3 layers ng binder. Ito siya. Type 2, main bars are placed at the bottom direction and bent up to their end. So ito siya. Nakabend din siya ng 90 degrees. Steel main bar placed to bottom in the x-axis direction, extending to the top of the pile, can bend up to their ends, increase anchorage. So ito. Those are the common and must detailed arrangement of reinforcement. That is for the introduction for the piles and pile caps. For sample problem, a 400 mm by 400 mm concrete column is to be supported as shown. So for the dimensions, meron tayong 400 by 400 na column, meron tayong distance na A, 0.60, B, 1.8, C is 1.2, D is 0.6, mamaya meron tayong figure para dyan. B is for the dead load, loads rather, dead load of 900, live load of 450, F prime C and Fy of 21 and 415 respectively megapascal. So the allowable wide beam shear is 0.76 megapascal and the allowable punching shear is 1.52 megapascal. Minimum concrete cover to the center of reinforcement is 0.250 meters or 250 millimeter. For the required parameters need to solve, and the figure are in this top. So yung A distance natin from this reinforcement up to this top, dito naman, center of the piles up to the center of this is B over 2, B over 2 dito, A din ito. And kapag tinotal itong 2A at saka B, that equivalents to 3.0 meters. So the distance naman, o yung don't be confused on this D, and hindi pa to yung effective depth na sinasabi natin. So yung D na to, ito yung D na binabanggit sa dimension na 0.60. So C distance naman, center to center distance of this piles along this direction. And kapag pinag-add natin yung D plus C plus C plus D, that equals to 3.6 meters. For the questions required, determine the number of footing or determine the required footing thickness for critical wide beam shear stress at the ultimate loads. Letter B, calculate the required footing thickness for punching shear stress at the ultimate loads. And lastly, calculate the number of 20 millimeter diameter bars along the maximum moment about the x-axis using the effective depth of the footing. For the solution, letter A, calculate the required footing thickness of the critical wide beam shear stress at the ultimate loads. So first we have to compute the loads or the PU, 1.2 P dead load plus 1.6 P live load. So if we tabulate and compute the 1.2 times 900 plus 1.6 times 450, we have a PU of 1,800 kilonewtons. So for the wide beam shear, mag-offset tayo ng D distance from this face up to this face. And then, mag-guguhit tayo ng line and i-hatch natin yan. Ito yung area shaded na sinasabi natin for the wide beam shear or wide beam shear stress. Okay. So, divide natin naman or alamin naman natin kung ano yung individual R's ng mga piles natin. So, meron tayong 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. Meron tayong 9 number of piles. So, to identify the number of the supported by the piles, so divide natin yung PU na 1,800 sa 9, the number of piles, may have 200 kilonewtons per piece. So, bawat poste or bawat pilote, so nagsusupport siya ng at least or nagsusupport siya ng 200 kilonewtons per piece. So, for VU, katulad ng nabanggit kanina for wide beam shear, the number of pieces multiplied by the R. So, 3 times R or 3 pieces times 200 kilonewton per piece, we have 600 kilonewtons lahat ito. Itong 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Next, for the wide beam shear stress, VU, VW is equal to VU over VBWD. 0.76 times 600 times 10 raised to 3 divided by 0.75 times 3,000 times D is equal to 350.87 for the effective depth, and HC is D plus effective concrete cover na 350.87 plus 250, that yields to 600.87 or 625 millimeters. So, yun yung ating height or the thickness of the pile cap. So, babalikan ko lang to dito. So, kung mapapansin niyo, yung section natin is in terms of rectangular in shape. So, 3 by 3.6. So, actually, you can also consider this section. I-hatch nyo naman ito. 3 pa din naman yung magiging number of piles natin. Kamukha lang naman din siya ng equation na to. Okay? However, if ginamit natin dito yung 3.6, mas maliit pa yung makakompute natin na effective depth. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, if we consider the 3 meter distance and the 3.6 distance, mas mag-govern pa din yung 3 meters, which is yung 350.87. Okay? Kasi kung mas maliit yung dinidivide natin, mas malaking value yung makukuha natin. Pag naman maliit yung denominator natin, mas magiging maliit yung magiging sagot natin. Okay? So for this discussion or for this example, using critical wide beam shear, yung thickness of concrete pile caps natin or HC is equivalent to 625 millimeter. Next, for the punching shear stress, again, mag-offset tayo ng half the distance from this column, and then makaka-perform tayo ng hatch section, kamukha dito sa figure. Okay, so ganun pa din, PU is equals to 1,800 kilonewtons, RU is equals to 200 kilonewtons per pieces pa din, and then VU is 1/8 minus 200 or 1/6. So, ibig sabihin, itong area na to, kapag exaggerate natin, pinunch niya, edi parang nabutas na itong section na to. So, yung resultant nun, yung difference nun, yung applied PU, siyempre kukontrahin niya ng isang piles, di ba? Which is yung isang pile is 200 kilonewton per piece. So 1/8 minus 200, that is equivalent to 1,600 kilonewton. So ito daw yung natitirang shear using punching shear. For punching shear stress, we have VP is equals to VU over phi BOD, and yung phi natin, yung VU natin dito, ito yung VU natin dito. Phi is 0.75 for shear, BO is the perimeter of this distance, okay, or 400 plus D, and D natin is the effective depth. So 1.52 yung ating allowable punching shear stress, 1,600 times 10 raised to 3 para maging siyang constant yung unit natin. 0.75 times 4, 4 kasi 4 sides ito, 1, 2, 3, 4, and yung perimeter na to is, or yung distance nito is 400 plus D. So kaya 400 plus D times 4, ito yung ating BO. And then for the effective depth, we have 425.2017 millimeters. For the height of concrete, we have D plus effective depth na 425.217 or 2017 plus 250. We have 675.217 millimeters, say 700 millimeters. So in short, using punching shear stress, we have a 700 millimeter na thickness o yung thickness niya. Ngayon for the actual effective depth, 700 minus 250 yung magiging effective natin to the mga succeeding computations will, by the way, ako based on one-way shear at saka two-way shear, since yung punching shear may pinakamalaking value na naging result. So ito yung distance or ito yung depth na i-consider natin for the entire pile cap. So yung mag-govern sa problem na to is yung 700 millimeter. Okay? Therefore, for the effective depth actual is 700 minus 250 or 400, 700 minus 250, compute ko lang, 700 minus 250 is 450 yung ating effective depth. Okay? Tandaan natin yung effective depth is 450 after makuha natin yung 700 na thickness of the pile caps. Next, for the calculate the number of 20 mm diameter bars required along the maximum moment along the x direction. So this one. Using the effective depth na nakuha natin kanina na 450, so check muna natin if tension controlled. So 459 divided by 16 beta 1 F prime C BD squared, quantity 1 minus 3 over 16 beta 1. So if we substitute the value given for this problem, 459 divided by 16 times 0.85 times 21 times 36 for this phase, 450 squared, quantity 1 minus 3 over 16 times 0.85. So yung ating moment will have a value of 3,138.05646 kilonewton meter. So next naman for the MU, the number of pieces times R times moment arm. So alam naman natin yung moment or maximum moment is resulted from the face of the column. Okay, dito natin makakompute yung ultimate moment natin sa may outer side of the column. Okay, and the distance from the kaya centroid yung ating distance or reference dahil assuming na yung R natin or yung load natin is acting at the centroid or the center of the piles. Okay, so yung magiging moment arm natin dito is from the centroid of the piles up to the face of the column. That yields to 0.70 or 0.0 or 0.70 meters or 700 millimeters. So based on those given value kanina, yung centroid na to is measured 70 or 700 millimeter. So number of pieces, dahil meron tayong natamaan na tatlong piles, so number of pieces natin is 3. Tapos yung individual R natin kanina is tig to 200 kilonewton sila, isang piraso. Tapos imo-moment arm natin yan ng 70 centimeter or 0.7 meters. So that is 120 kilonewton meter. And since malaki yung MNT natin, base sa nakuha natin na MU, therefore, it is tension controlled section. Whereas yung reduction factor is equivalent to 0.90 na phi. Okay? After natin malaman yung moment at saka malaman natin na tension controlled siya, kailangan natin malaman yung pwede na natin malaman yung number of reinforcement. So to do that, we equate MU is equals to phi Rn BD squared. So Rn yung kinakailangan natin dito. Mu over phi BD squared is equals to 420 times 10 raised to 6 Newton millimeter. 0.90 the reduction factor, 3,600 on this phase, and 475 millimeters squared, that yields to 0.0 or 0.7 or 0.5745 megapascal. So gagamitin natin yung nakuha natin na Rn sa equation ng steel reinforcement ratio na 0.85 F prime C over Fy, quantity 1 minus the square root of 1 minus 2 Rn over 0.85 F prime C. So if you substitute those given values to this equation, makakuha tayo ng 0.00140731 na steel reinforcement ratio. So kailangan natin i-check sa minimum na 1.4 over Fy or 1.4 divided by 415. That is 0.003373. So since mas malaki pa yung value ng raw min compare sa raw actual natin, gagamitin natin na steel reinforcement ratio is the minimum or the 0.003373 na ratio. So reinforcement ratio natin, yun yung gagamitin natin to identify the area of steel reinforcement required or area of the reinforcement multiplied by or equals to the product of the steel reinforcement ratio multiplied by the B multiplied by the effective depth, or 0.003373 times 3,600 times 450, that yields to 5,767.83. For the number of bars, the 5,767.83 is i-divide natin yan sa isang piraso ng 20 mm or 0.25 pi 20 squared. If we divide those mentioned values, makakuha tayo ng 18.359 or say 19 pieces. So this one is 19. Kailangan round up siya. So number of pieces ay 19. So again, since nakuha natin is 18.359, so rounded up natin yan. So makakuha tayo ng 19 pieces na 20 millimeter diameter bar. Okay, so that is for this direction. Ano daw dapat to? 19 pieces. So actually, you can also consider it na din sa other side na 3 meters. 19 din siya. Kasi mas maliit pa din naman yung magiging spacing niya if siniyak natin siya. Okay? Tsaka hindi naman din nagkakalayo yung 3 meters at saka 3.6. So halos same lang din naman yung mga number of reinforcement na makukuha natin dito. Okay? So that's it for the design and analysis of pile caps for the subject of foundation engineering.